So today we are going to be working with transitive and intransitive verbs. A transitive verb is an action verb that has a direct object. So the key thing when locating a transitive verb is to see if it is in fact an action verb. Okay, if it's an action verb, does it have a direct object? So what is a direct object? Well, a direct object is a noun or pronoun that receives the action directly from the subject. It answers the question what or whom. The direct object is always in the predicate part of the sentence and it comes after the verb. So for direct object we get like some information that comes after the verb. Let's look. After class I wrote a note. Note answers the question I wrote what? Note is the direct object. After class I wrote what? Noun or pronoun, a note, therefore it's a direct object, okay? Indirect object. An indirect object names the person to whom or for whom something is done. It names something or someone. You cannot have an indirect object without a direct object. So first you need to determine if you have a direct object. If you have a direct object, yay! Then you need to see, did I get a little bit more information after the direct object? And if you did, then you have an indirect object. Let's take a look. Same sentence. After class, I wrote her a note. In other words, her is the indirect object because it names the person to whom the note was written. So up here, I only had after class, I wrote a note. Well, now, in the second sentence, I have some more information about who's getting that note. I wonder who wrote it. After class, I wrote her a note. All right? Now, look at this one. The boys played basketball. The verb played is transitive because it has a direct object, which is basketball. The boys played. The boys played what? The boys played basketball. So I'm getting some more information. I have a direct object. Therefore, when I have a direct object and I have an action verb, played, I can see them doing that, then it is a transitive verb. All right, so now we're going to learn about intransitive verbs. Because if you can do transitive, then it's like, duh, intransitive is just, so much easier. Okay, here we go. Are we going to work today? Nope. So here we have intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are verbs that have no object, and there is no direct object and no indirect objects. Linking verbs are intransitive. So, for example, I am tired. Well, some of you are going to say, oh, but I am what? I am tired? No, tired in this case is an adjective. And remember, our objects have to be nouns, just like when we did prepositional phrases, right? The direct object at the end of the prepositional phrase is a pronoun or a noun. Here, the same thing. This is not a noun or a pronoun, it's an adjective. Therefore, it's a predicate adjective connected to the linking verb am. Therefore, this verb is intransitive. Brian slept soundly. Slept is an action verb, and soundly is an adverb. So, this is an intransitive verb because there's no direct object and there's no indirect object. Soundly is an adverb, so it doesn't work. So, what I would like you to do right now is I would like for you to create your own sentence using an intransitive verb and a transitive verb. Woohoo! Verbs are done!